Hi friends, we are here again once again with a new video to handle a OD accident claim. So it's going to be a case study. It will be quite interesting. We'll also see, what are the tools which is required. I mean, just to give you uh, the objective of this particular video. The objective of this video is to one see that how do we prepare ourselves before even going to the field for investigation and the line of investigation. How do we prepare the line of investigation? So first, what we are going to do, whether we are going to beat the insured, whether we are going to the spot, whether we visit the garage, what is the line of investigation is something we will see today and understand how a OD investigation has to be done. We have already seen the previous video, which is the scope of policy. In the scope of policy, we've seen what is covered, what is not covered, and all. Now, when there is a OD claim, when there is a OD investigation which is given to us, what is required, what is needs to be done before even we start looking at the investigation or going into the field is something which we'll have to see. So we will take up a case study. We have got a case study here. I've just narrated what the customer has mentioned. So I'll just read it out for you. You understand the scenario of the case. Then we'll get into the methodology, how to do, what to do, and other things. Right? Okay. So first and foremost thing is this claim is pertaining to one of the public sector company, and they had a doubt while processing this claim. So they immediately what they did is they allotted this case to me. So this is something which I personally did it. So I'll be able to narrate it without looking at it. So first and foremost thing, I received the sum and substance, the trigger point, why they want to do it. So that is the first thing which I got from the insurance company, an intimation saying that this is a OD claim. We are suspecting something wrong in this case. We want you to do an end-to-end investigation. So this is what they didn't give me any particular trigger points. Okay. They only said that this is a close proximity case. So you need to investigate this case and give it to me because it's a very major accident. Okay. The accident was a major accident. So it is, they asked me to do it. Now, first and foremost thing is what we do. Okay. When this kind of narration, this is what became. I just jotted down all these points. First and foremost thing, the insured stated his daughter who is studying in SRM dental college was using the vehicle. So this is as per the documents which I have received. Now I have not got into the investigation. I am just narrating you the case. All right. So similarly, you also would get some case, and there are some case documents which is provided. Some minimum documents you might get, and there is a mail and trigger points, intimation sheet, all those things you'll get. From that, what is that we need to understand? We need to do first and foremost thing is do a groundwork, do some homework to before you even start investigating the case. So with the documents, what you understand, the entire case, the subject has to be clearly understood by you before even investigating it. So I'm just trying to repeat the same thing again so that you understand better. So let's get into the case. So this is what I was given. So let's study this case. First, the insured says his daughter was, who is studying in SRM Dental College, was using the vehicle. So that's the first point you need to understand. Second point, he said on a particular date, on 23 May, while she was driving down to her college with the Honda City, registered in her father's name, the insured's name, on the way on the bypass road, about 3 to 4 kilometers from a toll gate. Okay, the vehicle tire burst, and due to that, she lost control and the vehicle hit the median. Okay, it hit a median and then it toppled, it capsized, it became turtle. Then the public who were there in that area. They came to her rescue. They removed her from the vehicle. Then the insured, she spoke to the insured, and the insured immediately spoke to his friend Nityanandam as the insured was out of station. So this is in addition. Actually, what they are given, I'm just mentioning. No ifs and buts. No, I'm not looking to anything. I'm doing this investigation with a very open mind. Okay. So the insured is not stationed. So Nityanandam later visited the spot, and then since Miss Neha Priya was okay and conscious, she didn't have any injuries, which is what she told me. She, with her help of friends, went to the college. How did she go? That is something which we will see later. Insured friend took the vehicle from spot and moved it to his factory. So he is moving the vehicle, accident vehicle, to his factory. Ideally, he should move it to the garage. But let's not get into it. I am not getting into it. In the accident, no one was injured. So he is shifting to the factory, but then later on he is shifting because there was no injury, so they are going. So now this is the photos which was given to me. I was not there in the spot. This is the spot photo which was given by the insured, saying that this is how the vehicle got capsized. Now you can see the vehicle had a turtle turn and then it came to this position. Finally, it came to this position. Now, if you see on the left hand side is what the vehicle has been lying entirely on the left hand side. Okay. This is what was given to me. Now you have seen the photos. Now with this, I am saying you need to have some steps. Okay. Being the case, what should be our approach? What should be our line of investigation is what we'll have to understand. So when you're doing a line of investigation, there are certain things which is very, very critical for us to know. So what is that critical? I want you to, I'll just jot down that points here for you to understand. First and foremost thing is we need to understand how, where, what, who, why, whom. Okay. So we see that there are about 4 W's and 1 H. Okay. This applies for any investigation, not only for motor. This applies for any investigation. Okay. So therefore, if these things can be, you can keep on adding, more and more questions. If this is the basic thing. If this can be answered, automatically you will get the answer for this investigation, how to proceed and what to do. Another very important thing is that in insurance, what you need to do is when you are handling an insurance claim. So let's come back to this claim itself. You see, this is a motor case. So what needs to be checked as far as the insurance company is in? You need to have at least one. We call it as 6 P's. Policy, period, purview, proximity, place, person, and property. Okay. Now we say it is 6 P's. Just remove this purview. I just by chance I mentioned purview. Instead of purview, it will be property. So policy, period, property, proximity, place, and person. If this are checked properly, then automatically you will get a clarity on the entire investigation. This and this. You see, almost it will be the same. Okay. Who is the owner of the vehicle? Who was the driver of the vehicle? For what he was going to that place? From where to where he was running this vehicle? Okay. Why? What was the reason? Why he was going? Whom did he inform after the accident? So all these questions and this 6 P's, 7 P's, if this can be answered, okay, automatically the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 and step 5 we are talking about can be complied, and then you will get a complete holistic picture about a vehicle. Okay, so this just keep in mind. Now let's move to this slide. Okay, now let's see what is the step 1 which was done. So the line of investigation based on what we discussed now, the 6 P's and the how, where, why, what, whom, all these things will be answered here one by one. So first step is visited the insured, taken a written statement or declaration about the accident from Miss Sneha Priya, daughter of the insured, who was on the wheels at the material time of accident. No one was there along with her at the time of accident. Visited the accident spot, taken note of the exact narration of accident. So we visited to that spot along with the insured and the insured's daughter who was driving, Sneha Priya. Visited the police station and verified the CSR provided. Okay. And that's nothing but the general diary. It's a GD which was done at this police station, T12 Puttamalli police station. Visited the garage, Olympia Honda, inquired about the accident vehicle, verified the entry registry, and then which is maintained at the gate, and then whatever information we could gather, we just collected. Then the fifth step is visited the toll plaza office on a particular date which was given, requested for the video footage during the period such and so, and then we could gather some photos from, video footage from there. Step 6, we visited again the police station, met Selva Vinayagam, who is the SI, inquired about the accident. He, after verifying the records, told us that one Mr. Tamil Mani, son of Nateshan, address so and so, had registered a complaint on 27/5/16. Right? Now, this why I am showing you is that the vehicle was towed twice. One, if you see the initial statement given by the insured to the insurance company, what he is told is he was out of station. He had his friend to come and take the vehicle, who is Nityanandan, who had come there, taken the vehicle and shifted to his factory. First they shifted the vehicle to factory, then factory to the Honda dealership. So there is two places these people have used the towing vehicle. Okay, so they have used towing vehicles. Now when I asked them, okay, based on the bills produced, we asked for the bills which they didn't provide to the insurance company. But however, when we insisted without the bills we cannot do any further claim processing, the insured gave us these two bills. So now based on the bill produced, we verified with Mr. Suresh Kumar, who is the proprietor of this towing vehicle carrier, ARRS cranes, situated and so and so. As per him, this bills was not given by him. The owner of that crane, the towing vehicle, had clearly denied he has not given the bills. And he said that somebody has misused. Probably he used his driver's name, probably he's misused the bill. And he doesn't use the bill, and it is used rarely by him. They normally don't give an invoice copy or this kind of bill to anyone. Very rarely people ask them to provide this. So this is not normally not being used. He has given a written statement. We asked him to give a statement stating that I mean, we have to use some force to collect the statement. So he is given a statement which is also enclosed in the report, which we will show it to you. Yeah. So this was the main major breakthrough. So what is the investigation finding? Okay. What is the investigation finding in this? While it is true that the insured vehicle had met with an accident, there was no doubt that the accident has happened. That was done, and the insured daughter only was driving. She only was driving in the accident, and the accident, IV got capsized also. It was like turned turtle. It finally came and landed in one side of the vehicle. Now, after several discussion with insured also was very reluctant in giving the information to us, which is very normal in this kind of concealed case, or somebody wants to fraudulently make a case. This is very, very common. So, what had happened? How did we do it? So, one is the IV had badly damaged, and you have seen the photos of the IV. But the insured daughter states that she didn't even have a small uh, scratch on her body, and she just proceeded to the college. That itself was not true in the accident, because she was not wearing the seat belt. And when the vehicle turned like this, finally, she came and fell on the left hand side. So obviously there would be some shock, some tremor, shock, all those things would have happened, and she would have had some damage, I mean injuries also, but which she is denying completely. As per the insured, the IV was towed twice, as I mentioned. Firstly, to the factory, Friends factory in Red Hills. I mean, it's an outskirt in Chennai. Then from Friends factory to Honda Olympia Honda. And we asked the insured to produce a towing bill, shifting the vehicle twice. For the first point, the insured and his daughter kept on saying the same, that she didn't sustain. For the first point, she kept on saying the same. The second point, for the towing bills, insured told us that his friend didn't collect any receipt from the towing agent, nor he is aware of his name of the agency. However, we had made it very clear that, as I already explained, we had made it very clear. So finally, they somehow managed to get the bills and gave it to us. So finally, what is the conclusion? So the conclusion is that it is true that the IV met with an accident. It was not on 26th actually, it was on 23rd. Okay, it was on 23rd the accident has happened, not on 26th. The insured had used the invoice, somehow managed to get the invoice, but however, when we checked in the toll gate, the video recording, when we checked, the vehicle, last day of the vehicle when it moved across the toll was on 23. After that, the vehicle was never used. So, moreover, the IV was shifted to Olympia on 26th, and the garage person confirmed that the IV was shifted from the spot and not from the factory. So, the CSR was on 27th, which is subsequent to the accident. So, what has happened is, further to the investigation, we are of the opinion that there was a misrepresentation of fact. The accident has happened on 23rd. When 23rd, there was no valid policy. On 23rd, there was no valid policy, whereas the vehicle, after the insured coming to know that there was no policy, they shifted it to the garage and somehow managed to get a policy, as if it was done on 24th or 25th, and then they showed that the vehicle met with an accident on 26th later on, which is not true. So there was an issue in admissibility of the claim. We have to conclude this claim saying that it is not there. Okay. Now here, if you see how this was done, I mean, it is the method of investigation which is required. One, you need to thoroughly go through the policy. Today, there are different types of policy. What we saw, in the previous video, it is just a standard policy. There are add-on covers to the policy. There are a lot other coverages which is there with the policy. We need to see for what purpose. First of all, we need to understand why this investigation was given to us. Okay. So from there on, we need to prepare ourselves. Then we need to jot down the line of investigation. You need to jot down based on all these parameters, jot down the line of investigation and then proceed to the field. You need to decide based on the case. Each case is different. It is unique. So you need to decide, in this case, should I visit the insured or should I go to the garage? That decision only the people who are actually on the case has to decide. The feet on street should be, whether it is TVO or CVO, we as team leaders and ZMs, we need to go through the file and tell them what should be the course of investigation. So, therefore, this is how a OD investigation has to be done. This is just one case. Similarly, you will have other cases, like for which you need to see what is the extent of damage. If somebody is saying he went and hit a pole, whether that pole mark, if somebody is hitting a pole, what will be the impact? How much it will damage? Whether windshield glass will get damaged, whether the bumper will get damaged, whether the bonnet will get damaged. This is the extent of damage we say. So with the impact, if a pole it is hit, in between there will be a mark. If it is hitting a tree, you know how the trunk will be, the entire stem or trunk will be there. It is hitting a big trunk, this big trunk, then that big C-shaped mark will be there on the vehicle. So these are the things we need to. If somebody is saying the bumper is okay, whereas the bonnet is buckled, then you need to see how this got buckled, whether he is inserted the vehicle behind. So this is one case study and it's a food for thought video which is being made. Okay, this is for you to make the investigation as procedural as possible, as methodological as possible. That's why we have got this. We will in the forthcoming videos we will show you different types of accidents and how to correlate, corroborate with the cause of loss will be discussed in detail. Thank you for watching this video again. Thank you.